Most SUVs looked perfect when they rolled off the lot. Shiny paint, spotless interiors, 0 miles on the dash. But for a growing number of drivers, that excitement didn't last long. Within months, sometimes weeks, brand new SUVs began showing serious problems. According to Consumer Reports, several newly released SUVs are developing faults far earlier than expected. We're not talking about minor annoyances. Owners reported malfunctions appearing before 10,000 miles. What makes this situation even more alarming is the cost. The average new SUV now sells for over $48,000 in the United States, yet higher prices are not buying higher dependability. In fact, Consumer Reports data shows that first-year redesigns are roughly 30% more likely to fall apart compared to models with proven platforms. So what's really happening behind the scenes? Are automakers rushing vehicles to market, packing in untested tech, or cutting corners to protect margins? Today, we're breaking down what Consumer Reports is seeing, why so many brand new SUVs are disappointing owners fast, and what buyers need to know before signing anything. Let's get straight into it. SUV breakdowns from Consumer Reports. When people think of buying a new SUV, they usually expect it to be strong, safe, and to stay in good shape for many years. SUVs are popular because they are big, comfortable, and can carry a family or lots of things. But in recent times, many new SUVs are not living up to those expectations. According to data from Consumer Reports, several brand new SUVs are showing serious problems very early in their lives. This means that even though a car is new, it can still act like it is falling apart. Consumer Reports collects data from hundreds of thousands of vehicle owners. These owners answer questions about how their cars behave, what problems they have had, how often repairs are needed, and whether certain parts fail. Consumer Reports then uses this information to calculate a predicted reliability score for each model. This score helps consumers understand which vehicles are likely to have fewer problems and cost less to maintain over time. The survey relies on real-world owner feedback, so it reflects everyday experiences, not just manufacturer claims. In 2025, more than 380,000 vehicles reported by owners were included in Consumer Reports' reliability study. Owners share information about issues like engine trouble, transmission faults, electrical glitches, steering problems, or bad infotainment systems. These issues might seem small at first, but when many owners report them, they become serious red flags for future buyers. One important part of this data is the reliability score system. Consumer Reports gives each vehicle a score based on how often owners reported problems and how severe those problems were. A high score means the SUV is expected to be dependable. A low score means the SUV is likely to have many problems. In simple terms, a low score is a warning sign that the vehicle may feel like it is falling apart soon after purchase. The data shows a clear pattern. Some new SUVs struggle with basic functions that should not fail on a brand new vehicle. Many of the SUVs that scored poorly suffered from electrical and electronic issues. These include problems with touchscreens freezing, systems shutting down unexpectedly, sensors failing, or screens going blank. These kinds of faults may not stop the SUV from driving, but they make operation frustrating and costly because they often require dealership visits and repairs. Transmission problems are another major theme in the data. The transmission is the part of the car that shifts gears and makes sure the power from the engine goes to the wheels smoothly. When the transmission has faults, the SUV may jerk, shift hard, or even need a full transmission rebuild. Consumer Reports' list of the most unreliable SUVs in 2025 shows that models like the Chevrolet Equinox and GMC Terrain were repeatedly reported with transmission faults. Other problems include fluid leaks from engines and transmissions, and failures in the body control modules, the computers that manage basic functions like lights, locks, and electrical accessories. These faults can make a new SUV feel like it is already old and worn, even when it has only a few miles on it. The reliability data also show that complex powertrains, especially plug-in hybrid systems, often drag down a vehicle's overall score, as many plug-in SUVs have issues with battery systems, charging electronics, and powertrain integration. One key lesson from the report's breakdown is that more tech and complexity does not always mean better reliability. Newer vehicles often have bigger touchscreens, advanced driver assist systems, and hybrid powertrains. While these features may look impressive, they add many potential failure points. According to the data, SUVs with the simplest and most proven technology often rank higher in reliability than those with cutting-edge systems. Consumer Reports also compares how different types of SUVs perform. Compact SUVs, which are smaller and lighter, sometimes show fewer mechanical problems, but they can still suffer from electronics faults. Larger three-row SUVs, which are heavier and more complex, often face more issues because they have bigger engines, more electronic systems, and more parts that can fail. The data from the report highlight that no SUV category is immune. Every class has models that rank both high and low in reliability. Therefore, buyers must be careful when choosing a new SUV. Just because a vehicle is new does not mean it will stay trouble-free. Some SUVs fail early and often, leaving drivers with frequent repairs, downtime, and stress. Knowing the reliability score before buying can help people avoid a model that might feel like it is already faulty. So what are the issues the owners have been complaining about so far? The failures haunting modern SUVs. Statistics have shown that many new SUVs are having real problems right from the start. On many of the least reliable SUV lists, drivers report that their vehicles have trouble with the engine and other core mechanical parts. For instance, the engine of the Volkswagen Taos SUVs has been said to develop leaks so serious that the head gasket, a critical part sealing the engine, must be replaced soon after purchase. In some cases, even after being fixed, the problem comes back. Brakes are another area where new SUVs are having trouble. In the same Volkswagen Taos, many owners report that the rear brakes wear out much faster than expected. This causes the metal backing plate to rub against the brake rotor, which damages both parts. Instead of lasting tens of thousands of miles, the brake system can fail after only a short time on the road. For most drivers, brake repairs are not cheap, and unexpected brake wear makes even simple city driving feel unsafe. Transmission and drivetrain issues also show up in many models. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is one example where owners have reported trouble with how the car shifts gears and how power moves from the engine to the wheels. Some drivers describe slipping gears or a rough feel when the vehicle changes from one gear to another. These problems can make the SUV feel unstable on the road and lead to costly trips to the repair shop. Transmission failures have been so common that they appear multiple times in reports. Some SUVs need major transmission repairs, and in a few cases, parts have to be removed and replaced entirely because they cannot be fixed any other way. Owners say these failures happen early, long before the normal lifespan of a transmission should be over. That is especially frustrating in a vehicle that is still under warranty and meant to be new. Electrical problems are among the most frequently reported issues across many new SUVs. Drivers commonly mention infotainment screens freezing, touchscreens going blank, and warning lights that appear without any clear cause. These electronic glitches may not stop the car from driving, but they affect many features people use every day, like navigation, rear-view cameras, and connectivity for phones. Broken infotainment systems can make a vehicle feel unfinished and unreliable. Electronics problems are not limited to touchscreens. Some SUV owners say various dashboard lights flicker or come on unexpectedly. Electrical accessories, things like power windows, interior lights, or heated seats, may stop working or behave unpredictably. These faults can come from wiring errors, bad sensors, or faulty control modules. While none of these parts may seem as important as the engine or transmission, their failure makes a new SUV feel cheap and poorly built. Hybrid and plug-in hybrid SUVs add another level of complexity and a new set of problems. These vehicles combine a gasoline engine with electric motors and batteries. While this technology promises better fuel efficiency and lower emissions, many drivers report that the hybrid systems don't always work right. Some owners say the SUV puts out error messages or shuts down features unexpectedly because of charging system issues. Others describe climate control failures tied to battery or electrical control software. Many hybrid and plug-in models have also been subject to recalls, which are official notices from the manufacturer to fix safety-related defects. In some cases, recalls were issued because the car could lose power unexpectedly or because automatic safety systems like braking or adaptive cruise control could behave unpredictably. Each recall shows that manufacturers are aware of serious problems, but recalls can be disruptive and inconvenient for owners who just bought their vehicle. Another growing complaint involves suspension and steering components. Some drivers say their SUVs develop noises, vibration, or irregular handling soon after they start driving. Problems with the suspension or steering can make the SUV feel unstable, especially on uneven roads or at highway speeds. Many of these issues are surprising because most buyers assume that steering and suspension are stable, long-lasting parts that should not fail in a new vehicle. The combination of mechanical breakdowns and electronic failures can be especially costly because these repairs often need specialist tools or dealership visits. Some SUVs show patterns of recurring issues where a problem appears, gets fixed, and then comes back again. This not only adds to repair bills, it also robs owners of time and peace of mind. After all, a new vehicle should be dependable, not a constant source of stress. Importantly, these problems appear across many brands and vehicle types. It is not just one model or one manufacturer that is affected. Reports from different sources show that SUVs from European, American, and Asian brands all have entries on Consumer Reports lists of least reliable vehicles. That suggests that the issue is broad, not confined to a single factory or a lone bad design. Many drivers feel let down because these issues appear so early in the life of the vehicle. Buyers pay full price for a new SUV with the hope that it will work well for many years. Instead, some find themselves dealing with repairs, recalls, and repeated trips to the service center. A new SUV with these kinds of problems may cost less in fuel or look great, but mechanical and electronic failures can take away the joy of ownership. Meanwhile, let's check out which brand models are guilty of these faults. Unreliable SUV models. According to the latest data and owner feedback, several specific SUV models are already showing serious reliability problems. These are problems that go beyond normal wear and tear and suggest that something may be fundamentally wrong with the design, engineering, or parts quality in these vehicles. Some of the most unreliable new SUVs span mainstream brands and luxury names alike, proving that no price point is immune to reliability issues. One of the most discussed cases in the reliability reports is the Volkswagen Taos. This compact SUV has been ranked as one of the least reliable in its class. Owners of the Taos report multiple issues, including engine trouble, worn brake components, and electrical faults, early in the ownership period. Among the most troubling reports are engines developing leaks that require major repairs and rear brakes wearing out much faster than they should. According to owner feedback, the materials used in the brake pads may be too soft, causing them to wear down rapidly and forcing owners to replace both pads and discs very early. These kinds of problems diminish confidence in a vehicle that many buyers expect to be dependable in everyday driving. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is another SUV that has been repeatedly mentioned in reliability surveys and owner forums. While the Grand Cherokee is often praised for its luxury features and off-road capability, many owners report that it is far from dependable. Consumer reports and owner accounts point to issues with the steering and suspension systems, drivetrain faults, and electronics that malfunction or throw warning lights without clear cause. Some owners also mention problems with the transmission shifting roughly or slipping gears. In newer hybrid variants of the Grand Cherokee, additional complaints relate to the plug-in system, including sudden loss of propulsion and powertrain faults that may require frequent dealer visits. These multiple areas of concern suggest that even expensive SUVs with strong reputations can struggle with reliability when complex systems do not work together as intended. The Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid is a luxury SUV that has surprised many buyers with its reliability troubles. Mazda has long been seen as a maker of well-built vehicles, but owner feedback shows that the plug-in hybrid version of the CX-90 is struggling. Owners say the SUV has problems with its EV battery system, in-car electronics, and steering components, and that it has already required numerous repairs and dealer visits shortly after purchase. Consumer Reports data and related recall history show that Mazda has had to address a number of issues with the CX-90 since its release, including software that could cause loss of power unexpectedly. Some of these issues involve safety systems like adaptive braking and cruise control, and the frequency of recall actions suggests that the SUV has deeper systemic issues that need correction. Another SUV that has been highlighted in reliability lists is the GMC Acadia. Although this model is often marketed as a family-friendly three-row SUV, owner reports say that it has experienced significant reliability problems early on. Issues raised include electrical glitches, malfunctioning infotainment systems, and brake concerns, all of which have disrupted everyday driving. Drivers have complained that features they pay extra for, such as touchscreen navigation and digital systems, sometimes fail or behave unpredictably, requiring service visits. These kinds of issues may not stop the SUV from running, but they make ownership frustrating and costly for families who expected a trouble-free driving experience. Premium SUVs are not immune to reliability problems either. For example, Genesis SUVs, specifically the GV70 and GV80, have appeared on lists of models with unexpected issues. Even though Genesis is positioned as a luxury brand, owners have reported problems with the fuel pump, climate control system, and body hardware components on the GV70. The GV80 has attracted complaints across an even broader range of systems, including the differential, steering parts, and various electrical accessories. These issues are especially surprising given that luxury models often carry higher price tags and are expected to have more thorough engineering and quality control. The fact that buyers of these vehicles are experiencing such problems right after purchase undermines confidence in the brand's promise of premium quality. Overall, reliability scores reflect how widespread these problems have become. Some of these troubled SUVs rank well below average on predicted reliability charts. Certain models score significantly lower than many competitors, indicating that buyers are much more likely to experience problems early in the ownership period. These low scores are not average of one or two complaints. They are based on hundreds or even thousands of owner reports, which shows that the issues are consistent across multiple vehicles, not just isolated cases. Part of the problem stems from the growing complexity in modern SUVs. While these new technologies aim to improve performance, safety, and efficiency, they also create many more potential points of failure. When a vehicle combines traditional mechanical components with complex electrical and software systems, there is a higher chance that something will malfunction if it is not engineered and tested to very high standards. The stories from owners and the data from reliability surveys are important because they help potential buyers see beyond the marketing hype. SUVs may look great, boast the latest technology, and offer comfort and style, but all of that matters less if the vehicle cannot deliver dependable performance. For people who rely on their SUV every day, for work, family, or travel, recurring problems can turn what should be a reliable vehicle into a headache. When this happens, what is the way forward for owners? Although, there is one thing that might save them before then: major safety recalls. When a vehicle is recalled, it means the manufacturer has agreed with safety regulators that the car has a serious problem that could affect safety or reliability. New SUVs are no exception. In 2025 and 2026, many SUV models have been recalled by automakers because of faults that could cause crashes, fires, loss of power, or other critical failures. These recalls show that many problems reported by owners and observed by regulators are serious enough that dealerships must fix them for free. One of the largest recall campaigns affecting SUVs in late 2025 involved Jeep plug-in hybrid models. More than 320,000 Jeep 4xe vehicles, including select Grand Cherokee 4xe and Wrangler 4xe models, were recalled in the United States due to a faulty high-voltage battery that could catch fire. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, advised owners to park outside and avoid charging the vehicle until the problem is fixed because the battery defect could pose a fire risk even when the SUV is turned off. This recall covered vehicles from the 2020 through 2026 model years, showing that even recent SUV designs can have flaws serious enough to force a massive safety recall. Chrysler Jeep's parent company, and NHTSA set up these recalls to prevent further dangerous events. Owners were told that notification letters would go out and that the fix would be provided at no cost. This recall is among the most severe because a fire risk is one of the most dangerous types of defects a vehicle can have. In addition to battery-related recalls, Jeep also faced recalls due to software errors in plug-in hybrid systems. In some Grand Cherokee 4xe models, the software that controls hybrid systems could cause the vehicle to stall or lose power while driving. This happened because of a communication fault between the vehicle's computer and its hybrid control modules. Regulator documents show that this software glitch affected thousands of vehicles and could happen whether the car was moving or parked. Another major recall affecting new SUVs involved rear-view camera problems. SUVs rely on backup cameras to help drivers see behind the vehicle when reversing. However, automakers such as Hyundai discovered that the rear-view cameras in many Santa Fe and Santa Fe hybrid SUVs from the 2024 and 2025 model years were not installed properly. Because of this, the wiring harness could be damaged, and the camera image might not display at all. This defect reduces visibility behind the car while reversing, increasing the risk of a crash. Hyundai recalled over 143,000 Santa Fe SUVs to have the camera and wiring fixed, and dealerships will replace the faulty components at no charge. The rear-view camera recall was required because these SUVs did not meet a federal safety standard that mandates reliable rear visibility. Even though not every recalled vehicle has experienced a crash due to this flaw yet, the NHTSA and Hyundai acted to prevent such accidents. Owners of affected SUVs receive mailed notifications and can check their VIN online to see if their vehicle is part of the recall. Mitsubishi Outlander and Outlander PHEV SUVs have also been the subject of large recall actions related to safety equipment. Nearly 200,000 of these SUVs were recalled because the backup camera system could freeze or display a black screen due to a software flaw. This means that when a driver reversed the SUV, the camera image might not show, making it harder to see pedestrians, objects, or other vehicles behind the car. The defect violated safety standards and risked causing crashes during parking or low-speed reversing. Safety recalls are not limited to battery and camera issues. Many manufacturers are required to fix a wide range of safety-related faults that could affect steering, suspension, braking, or restraint systems. Although not all recalls so far in 2025 have involved SUVs, many SUV owners have been affected by problems such as detachable trim pieces, faulty seatbelt assemblies, or steering components needing replacement. The official NHTSA database tracks all such recall information, and owners can check by entering their VIN to see any open recall notices on their vehicles. The frequency of recalls for modern SUVs can be surprising. Some industry observers note that vehicles today have far more electronics and software systems than vehicles did a decade ago, which means there are many more possible things that can go wrong. Safety regulators are quick to demand recalls when even software-related defects could affect fundamental functions like braking, visibility, or battery control. This increased oversight means more recall notices are issued, but it also means owners get important fixes early rather than discovering issues later on the road. Recalls also matter because they tie directly into long-term reliability and resale value. SUVs that have been recalled multiple times, especially for safety issues, can depreciate faster in the used market. Buyers who research a model's recall history may find that vehicles with repeated recall campaigns have lower resale prices and higher perceived risk. For new SUV buyers, checking recall history should be part of the decision-making process, just like looking at crash test ratings or reliability scores. It is important for SUV owners to act quickly when a recall notice arrives. Manufacturers typically repair or replace the faulty part or provide software updates free of charge. Ignoring a recall can leave a vehicle vulnerable to failure, and in some cases, continued use of a recalled SUV could put occupants and other road users at risk. This is especially true for recalls involving fire risk, loss of power, or visibility deficits. Let's take a look at how advanced technology adds to these issues. The technology gamble that backfired? In the auto industry today, SUVs are among the most popular vehicles in the world. They are larger, more comfortable, and packed with modern technology that buyers did not see on older models. Many customers want SUVs with advanced features. These features are exciting, but they come at a cost. Data from the latest Consumer Reports reliability surveys and owner feedback show that SUVs with new technology tend to have far more reported problems than traditional gas-powered SUVs. This trend is shaping the way people think about technology versus reliability in modern vehicles. When SUVs were simpler mechanical machines with just engines, transmissions, and basic electronics, problems were easier to predict and fix. Today's vehicles include complex systems, and each of them must work perfectly together, or the vehicle may develop faults. The data shows that plug-in hybrid vehicles and electric vehicles experience more problems than gas vehicles or traditional hybrids. On average, PHEVs and EVs have about 80% more reported problems than conventional gas-only SUVs. Why does this happen? One major reason is complexity. Plug-in hybrids combine two very different power systems, a gasoline engine and an electric drive with a large battery. These systems must coordinate seamlessly, and any mismatch can cause errors. According to analysis, PHEVs have significantly more problems because they are newer designs with more parts that can fail. Many manufacturers are still fine-tuning these systems, and early versions of the technology have not yet reached the reliability level of older gasoline engines. Traditional hybrids, which combine an engine with a small electric motor and battery that charges automatically while driving, perform differently. Hybrids are as reliable as, or even more reliable than gas-only vehicles. This is likely because the basic hybrid technology has been around for nearly 3 decades and has been refined over many model years. In contrast, newer PHEV and EV systems are still maturing and suffer from integration issues, software bugs, or unique failure points in batteries and associated electronics. Another important trend is that brand experience with technology matters. Some manufacturers that have been building EVs and hybrid vehicles for many years now have better reliability outcomes. For example, Toyota's long-standing hybrid systems often show fewer reported problems because the technology is well proven and engineers have had time to refine it. In contrast, brands that are newer to complex electrification or rushed large-scale rollouts of new plug-in systems tend to appear lower in reliability scores. The reliability issues linked with advanced technology are not just limited to the powertrain. SUVs today include a wide range of software-driven features, such as large touchscreens, wireless connectivity, driver assistance systems, and automatic updates. These technologies may offer convenience and safety, but they also add more software and hardware that can malfunction. According to analysis from web sources, even fully electric SUVs and advanced models from premium brands often report problems with electronics, control systems, and software updates. Consumer Reports also notes that newer or redesigned models, even those without electrified powertrains, tend to have more problems than models that have had time to mature. When a model is redesigned from scratch or adopts many new technologies at once, the risk of reliability issues increases because engineers have less historical data on how the new systems perform in real life. This pattern shows that introducing many changes at once, even if each one seems beneficial, can create more points of failure. A key example of how advanced systems affect reliability is the integration of large battery packs in electrified vehicles. Modern plug-in hybrids and EVs use high-capacity batteries that store and deliver large amounts of energy. These batteries work with complex power electronics and thermal management systems to maintain safety and performance. Because these systems are more advanced than conventional engines, they are also more prone to issues such as charging faults, unexpected power loss, or degraded performance over time. Battery systems are only one example of complex technology that affects reliability. Other advanced features, such as automatic software updates, drive-by-wire steering, semi-autonomous driving features, and connectivity apps, can also cause trouble if not executed perfectly. Some owners report that features meant to improve safety or convenience sometimes behave unpredictably or produce error messages. These issues might not always be safety critical, but they affect owner satisfaction and overall reliability perception. Given these trends, it becomes clear that the race for the latest technology can sometimes come at the expense of reliability. Buyers who choose electrified SUVs or models with advanced driver assistance systems may enjoy fuel savings, better performance, or high-tech features, but they also accept the risk of more frequent repairs or software glitches. This is not to say that all new technology is bad. Some of it delivers real benefits, but reliability data suggests that some technologies are not yet fully mature, and this immaturity shows up in real-world owner experiences. Consumers can use this information to make more informed choices. Those who prioritize long-term reliability and fewer repair hassles might lean toward established hybrid systems or simpler designs. Those who value cutting-edge features and electrification should check specific models carefully to understand which ones have improved technology without excessive reliability problems. Until these technologies become as dependable as traditional mechanical systems, reliability remains a critical consideration for anyone shopping for a new SUV. If this breakdown changed how you think about luxury, let us know in the comments. Which SUV brands do you think are the most trusted? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button. Subscribe so you never miss our next deep dive into the hidden dynamics of wealth, status, and the brands desperately trying to capture both. Because in luxury, nothing is permanent,